In a distant corner of the galaxy, on a forgotten tomb world, ancient enemies clash. From beneath the sands of the central desert come the Necrons, machines bent on eradicating all life. Merging from their webway gate, the Aeldari search for vital knowledge stored within pillars scattered across the land. Their leaders insist they do not return empty-handed, but warn of Necron forces converging on their position. Will the Aeldari secure the data, or will the Necrons pour forth and deal death to their adversaries?
Hello and welcome to Mini Gaming Hobbies. In this battle report we will be watching the Combat Patrol Necrons versus the Aeldari. I'm taking command of the Necrons, and the Aeldari are commanded by none other than channel friend Abe from Ham of War.
Hello, thank you for having me.
You're more than welcome. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Good.
Excited to play some Combat Patrol.
Excited to be here. So without further ado, let's dive right in. For the Necrons today, my army rule, Reanimation Protocol, allows Necron units on the battlefield to regain D3 wounds at the end of my command phase. Our secondary objective, Reclaim and Dominate, will gain us 4 victory points at the end of my turn if a Necron unit is wholly within the Aeldari's deployment zone. Overlord Amontech is the warlord of the Necrons and has the overriding control enhancement, which allows his unit to fall back and shoot. His datasheet ability, Implacable Resilience, minuses 1 from the damage characteristic of attacks allocated to him. Led by Amontech and serving as his bodyguard are 10 Necron warriors. This battle line unit benefits from the objective secured rule, where if they control an objective marker at the end of the command phase, it remains under their control should they move off it in their following movement phase. This ceases if the opponent controls it at the end of anything subsequent command phase. 3 Scorpec destroyers, whose Plasma Sight Wargear ability grants once per battle devastating wounds on their hyperphase weapons. A Canoptek Doomstalker stands ready to annihilate any and all in its way with its Doomsday Blaster. And finally, 3 Canoptek Scarabs descend upon the enemy in skirmishing swarms as the first wave of Necron attacks.
For the Aeldari Army, their army rule is Strands of Fate. This allows me to roll 12d6 at the beginning of the battle, and these become my Fate dice. These dice can be used once per phase to substitute an advance, battle shock, charge, damage, saving throw or wounds roll before that roll is made. My secondary objective, Ineffable Agenda, will score me 3 VP at the end of my turn if an Aeldari unit controls an objective marker outside my deployment zone that they did not control at the start of the turn. Farseer Irineth is the warlord of the Aeldari. Her enhancement, Foresight, allows her unit to use the Fire Overwatch core stratagem for 0 CP. If they are within range of an objective marker they control, these hits are scored on an unmodified hit roll of 4+, and if they're not, it's 5+. Her datasheet ability Fortune allows her to roll 1d6 in my command phase, and on a 2+, she selects 1 Aeldari unit within 12 inches, and until the start of the next command phase, they are -1 on the wound. They are -1 on the wound roll. Farseer Irineth leads 10 Guardian Defenders. This battle line unit benefits from the objective secured rule. Their Defenders of Fate datasheet ability allows them to roll 1d6 in my command phase for each objective they control, and this is added to my Fate dice pool. In addition to this, they have the Crude Platform rule. So when the last Guardian Defender is destroyed, so is the heavy weapon platform. Next in the list are 6 Wind Riders. Their ability Swift Demise grants them reroll hits of 1 when ranged attacks target the closest eligible target. If that target is also within range of an objective marker, I can reroll the hit roll instead. Along with this, their Patrol Squad ability allows me to split them into 2 units of 3 in the Declare Battle Formation step. Both units must have 1 scatter laser each. Rounding off the list is a Wraith Lord, a ghost warrior powered by the spirit of a fallen Aeldari hero, and with its bright lance and ghost glaive, takes to the battlefield seeking vengeance against its sworn foe.
Today we shall be playing Mission 1, Clash of Patrols. The mission rule: retrieve intelligence. In each player's command phase, from the second battle round onwards, the player whose turn it is can select one objective marker they control and recover data from that objective marker. Each time a player recovers data from an objective marker, if their warlord is on the battlefield or is embarked within a transport that is on the battlefield, they gain 1 command point. Each objective marker can only be selected for this rule once by either player. The primary objective, take and hold, in the second, third and fourth battle rounds, at the end of each player's command phase, the player whose turn it is scores 5 VP for each objective marker they control, to a maximum of 15 VP per turn. In the fifth battle round, the player who has the first turn scores VP as described above. The player who has the second turn scores VP as described above, but does so at the end of their turn instead of at the end of their command phase. Necron Deployment Zone. On my left flank, I have my destroyers. In the centre, I have Amontech with the warriors, supported by the Doomstalker. And finally, on my right flank, I have the Scarabs.
So, Aeldari Deployment Zone. On either flank, I have patrol squads of Wind Riders, 3 each with a scatter laser. In the centre here, I have the Wraith Lord staring down the Doomstalker. And just here to the right, I have the Guardian Defenders led by the Farseer. On to Aeldari turn 1. In the command phase, each player gets 1 command point. Also, I have to resolve the Farseer's datasheet ability Fortune, where I roll 1d6, and on a 2+, I select 1 friendly Aeldari unit within 12 inches of the Psyker, and until the next command phase, each time an attack targets that unit, subtract 1 from the wound roll. And it's gone off on a 4+, so I'm going to target my Wraith Lord. Right, Aeldari movement phase. I'm going to move this patrol squad of Wind Riders 14 inches onto this objective here. So I'm going to move my Guardian Defenders 7 inches onto this objective here. So next I'm going to move my Wraith Lord 8 inches forwards. I'm now going to advance my second squad of Wind Riders, so you have to roll 1d6 and you add this onto their movement. So that's 1, so their movement is now 15. So Aeldari shooting phase, turn 1. None of the Guardians can see, but the Star Cannon weapon platform can. So we're going to start the shooting there. It's going to target the is it called Doomstalker?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to target the Doomstalker with its Star Cannon. It's got a 36-inch range, so I'm pretty sure I can hit Will with this. He's definitely in range. So it has 2 shots and it hits on a 3+. So we've got 2 hits there. It is strength 8. Will, what is the toughness of your Doomstalker?
Toughness 8.
So because the values are equal, this means I need a 4+ to wound it. So that's no wounds.
Oh no.
That's bad shooting there. So we're now going to move on to the Farseer, who can also see, just creeping around the corner there. And she has the Eldritch Storm ability, which is 24 inches. So I think we can agree that she can target the Doomstalker too. So I'm going to roll to see how many shots I got, because it's a D6 shots weapon. That's 3. Now, we're hitting on a 3+ with these 3 shots. So that is 2 hits. And this is only strength 6, and because the toughness is higher, we're going to need a 5+ to wound on this one. So that is no wound, so not good shooting there either. We're now going to move on to the Wraith Lord. The Wraith Lord has 2 weapons. It's got its Bright Lance on its shoulder and its Shuriken Catapults on its wrists. So we're going to finish off the shooting into the Doomstalker with the Bright Lance. Now this is only 1 shot hitting on a 4+, because Wraith Lords are blind. And it hits.
Ooh.
That's a good one, and it's strength 12.
Oh.
So because we are greater than the toughness here, we only need a 3+ to wound. Are we counting that as a 3?
Yeah, mate.
Okay, we're counting that as a 3. So, Will, you have a save to make here at -3 AP.
Okay, so I have a 3-up save, but a 4-up invuln. So I will need 1 4-up. Oh,
And he's okay.
luckily made it.
So now the 2 Shuriken Catapult shots, we get that dice out of the way, they're going to go into the Necron Warriors, because there's no point firing Shurikens at Doomstalker.
You can try if you want.
So again, he's hitting on a 4+ and 50%, not bad. These are strength 4, it's the toughness of your Necron Warriors.
4.
So equal, so that's 4 to wound. And he's failed to wound there as well, so he's not having a good day so far. Next up is the Wind Riders. And if you remember in my movement phase, I advanced them. So only assault weapons can shoot once you've advanced. So no shots for the scatter laser today, but we do have 2 shots each from the Shuriken Catapults. Now these are a little bit better at shooting. They're hitting on a 3+, and they're also twin linked. So I can re-roll the hits or the wounds. It's the wounds, thanks for the clarification. So we've got 3 hits there. And they are strength 4, toughness 4. So this is 4s to wound, re-rolling because of the rule.
Oh,
good job there.
No.
Because that was bad.
What's going on with the elves?
Oh, that's all hits now, and this is only -1 AP. So you've got 3 saves there. Oh no, you've got 1 save there. 1 save of -1.
So that will put me on a 5-up. Oh no.
So 1 damage to a Necron Warrior.
I'll take this chappie away. The first casualty.
You've got first blood. First blood to the Aeldari.
And first casualty on the channel.
Yeah. Poor guy. So that concludes the Aeldari turn 1 shooting, as the Wind Riders on the right hand side cannot see anyone. So we're now going to move on to the declaring charges phase. So no units are in range for a charge. So that means that's end of the charge phase, and because no one's charged into combat, there will not be a fight phase. So that is the end of my turn. There's nothing to resolve at the end there. And just a summary, I've moved up onto 3 objectives, and I've taken down 1 warrior, and I would say I'm probably 70% happy with how that's turned out. And now we're going to move on to Necron's turn 1.
Let's do this. Turn 1, Necron's command phase. At the beginning, we both get 1 CP, so we're both up to 2 in total now. And I also need to resolve my reanimation protocol on the warriors. However, because only 1 model was lost, the minimal that I can get is 1 model back, so he'll just come back and we won't bother rolling that. So on to the movement phase. Turn 1, Necron's movement phase. On my left flank, the destroyers will make a normal move. The Overlord and warriors will make a normal move. My Doomstalker will remain stationary, and on the right flank, my Scarabs will advance for a mighty 8. Turn 1, Necron's shooting phase. So my Overlord with the warriors are going to split fire. He, along with 3 warriors with their Gauss Reaper, are going to fire into the Wraithlord, and 5 others with the Gauss Flare will fire into the Wind Riders.
At this point, I'm going to use the stratagem Whip Fast Reactions on my Wind Riders, and until the end of the phase, each time they're targeted, it'll be -1 from the hit roll.
Oh, not very nice.
And just a reminder that the Wraithlord has the Fortune ability on it, so will have to be -1 to wound on that.
Oh, I really don't like that. Okay, so the Overlord is going to fire his 1-shot Tachyon arrow at the Wraithlord, needing 2s. So we hit. Strength 16, toughness
11.
So it would be 3s, but now because of your fortune, it's going to be 4s. Oh no. I will spend 1 CP on command reroll to reroll that dice. And he hits and wounds. That will be AP -5, please.
So my usual save is a 2+, so you say AP -5. So that is no save at all.
Okay, so it is D6 plus 2 damage. So that is 6 damage in
that
total.
brings my Wraithlord down to 4 wounds.
Savage. Right, on to the rest of the squad, resolving their attacks into the Wraithlord. We will have the Gauss Reaper, which are 2 attacks each from 3 warriors, so 6 in total. They will need 4s, and these also have lethal hits. So there are 3 misses, 1 lethal, and 2 normal hits. This is strength 4 and your toughness.
On the Wraithlord?
Yeah.
11.
11, so needing 6s. All got 1. So that's 2 saves, please. And they are AP -1.
So his 2+ save is down to a 3+ save. And he's saved them both.
Oh, good job. Now finally, the 5 warriors with the Gauss Flare going into the Wind Riders, and they would need 4s.
But -1 because of the strat, so you need 5.
5s and 6s are lethal. Okay, got a couple there. So missed with 2, hit with 2, and 1 is lethal. These are strength 4 again, and the toughness of your Wind Riders, mate?
Toughness 4.
Toughness 4. So none. That is the end of the shooting from the warriors.
I've got the lethal hit save.
Ah yes, you have got the 1 lethal.
What's the AP on that?
The AP is AP 0.
So this will be my 3-up save. And he's failed it. How much damage is that?
1 damage, please, mate.
So that means one Rin Rider is down to 1 wound.
Just a correction, I'm not too sure if I got it right or wrong, but the Gauss Reaper is strength 5. That was what went into your Wraith Lord, but the roll would have been the same, as you're more than double my strength, so the same damage would have applied.
Okay.
The Doom Stalker will also split fire, firing its Doomsday Blaster into the Wraith Lord and its Twin Gauss Flare into the Wind Riders. So the blaster going into the Wraith Lord first is D6 plus 1 attacks. So 3 in total. Usually hits on 4s, but it does also have the heavy keyword. So it stayed stationary and gets the +1 to hit. So I'm needing 3s. So 2 hits, 1 miss. This is strength 14.
Toughness 11.
Toughness 11. So it would be 3s normally, but again it's 4s. Oh no! Missed for both. And finally, the Twin Gauss Flare going to the Wind Riders. 1 attack, hitting on 4s. And has lethal hits.
So that would be go to 3s now because of heavy, but then -1 because of my stratagem. So you're back to your original ballistic skill.
So I don't think it has the heavy keyword, the Gauss Flare. It's just the Doomsday Blaster. So I was hitting on the 4.
Oh, so it would be
5s. So I've got the 4, which isn't enough. So good shooting from the Doomsday Stalker, of all things. Okay, no more shooting, so moving on to the charge phase, turn 1 for Necrons. So the destroyers are going to declare a charge on the Wind Riders. They need a 5 to get within engagement range, which they get an 11. So we'll move them up and come back into turn 1 Necrons fight phase. So the destroyers are going to put all their attacks into the Wind Riders, 4 attacks each, 3, so 12 in total, needing 3s. So they are 2 misses. Now these are strength 7 going into toughness 4. However, I spent 1 CP on disruption fields to increase the strength of melee weapons by 1. So instead of wounding on 3s, I'm now wounding on 2s because it's gone up to strength 8. And along with that, I've also activated their Plasma Scythe ability, so the weapons have devastating wounds.
So this is a mortal, and that's 1 dead.
2 damage.
1 dead Wind Rider because they have 2 wounds.
And for the rest, it is AP -2.
That's all of them, isn't it? All of these here. That's strats really helped out here. And what's the AP again, sorry?
AP -2.
So I'm up to 5. This looks like some dead Wind Riders. So I've saved 2, but because they're 2 damage each, that has killed them twice over, probably 3 times over. So goodbye Wind Riders.
Those destroyers are absolutely savage. So with the conclusion of the fight phase, that is also the end of turn 1 for the Necrons, moving on to turn 2 for the Aeldari. Further to my last in the fight phase, the destroyers piled in closer to the objective and we removed the token for them.
So beginning of Aeldari turn 2, I need to do my Fortune ability again, which I'm going to target the Wraith Lord. That goes off on a 2. So that's gone off on him. And now the end of the command phase is when I score my primary objective, and I've got 2 objectives, so that's 5 points each for a total of 10. And I also completed my secondary objective, which got me 3 points for owning an objective that I didn't at the start of my turn, but it can't be my home field objective. And also we get a CP each. So I'm on 2 and Will's on 1, My Guardian Defenders here are on an objective, so my Defenders of Fate rule comes into play, and I roll a d6 and it's added to my Fate dice pool. So I've got a 2, that's not very useful, but it's a thing. So Aeldari second movement phase. The Guardians have the objective secured ability for being battle line in combat patrol. So I'm comfortable now to move off towards the destroyers there. So we could do that now. So now we're going to move the Wraith Lord. And that is movement phase 2 for Aeldari finished. So Aeldari shooting phase 2. I'm going to start off with the Guardians into the destroyers. I'm going to use a stratagem here, which I think is called Storm of Blades, but essentially I add 1 to my hit roll. So I've got shuriken catapults on 10 Guardians with 2 shots each, so that is 20 dice. Ooh. Normally hitting on 3s, we're hitting on 2s now.
Oh no.
So let's take out the misses, which is only 3. Very good. So we've got the strength 4 catapult against toughness 6. So we're looking for 5s now. So let's pick out all the ones that don't wound. And that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 saves for you to make, Will.
Thank you.
And that is AP -1.
AP -1, so that will be a 4-up save. So I've failed 2.
So that's only 1 damage each, so that's 2 wounds.
So 2 wounds on total, so that will reduce one of them down to 1.
Okay, let's put a number 1 next to one of them so we don't forget.
Thank you.
And we'll move on to the star cannon. And this has got 2 shots, normally hitting on 3s, but it's going to hit on 2s thanks to the stratagem. Oh, still missed 1, never mind. This is strength 8, and your toughness you said was
6.
So we're just going to be hitting on 3s this time, wounding on 3s, sorry, and he's messed that up. But this is a good opportunity to use one of my first fate dice, and I'll use the lowest value possible to still make it wound, and that's going to be this 3 here. So,
is that before or after you make the roll?
We'll be right back with a message from our sponsor. Okay, so I've just had a quick read of the rule, and you actually have to declare your fate dice before you roll them. So that's my mistake. So in this instance, we're going to move forward, but with the rule, I've used the fate dice here instead of rolling to wound. But in future, you just got to be mindful of that this is instead of rolling. You can't change your mind afterwards in the state of fairness. So that is 1 wound for you to take there, Will, in this instance. And that's a -3 with the star cannon.
So that will put me on a 6-up. Which they fail.
And that is 2 damage, which just kills that one who had 1 wound left. So I'm going to pop him off to the side because he might get back up again. Is that right?
Maybe. And
not.
it's really important that we address, it is a house rule, and the most important thing is that you speak with your opponent. If you're both happy with it, then that's why we've accepted it to move on, because that was your intention. You would have done that. You just were unsure of the rules. Yeah, just making sure that we're having fun.
Yeah, it can be a complicated game, so always get your opponent over to read through your rules as well, so you can come to a conclusion that works for both of you.
Your intention was to kill as many of those destroyers as possible, and you would have done that. So it's all cool.
So now we'll move on to the Farseer's weapons, and now she's in range to use all 3 of them. She has the Eldritch Storm that I used before. So this is, I need to roll a d6 here to see how many shots I get with that one. And it's a big 6, that's what we want to see. So we've got our 6 dice, we're hitting on 2s because I used the stratagem. And there we go there, that's all hits, very nice. And this is strength 6, you said your toughness 6, didn't you?
Yep.
So this will be 4s this time. And there's only 1. It's better than none. This is AP -2.
So I will need a 5-up save. Oh no.
And this is D3 damage. So we roll the dice here to see how much that is. And that is a big 3.
So that is 1 destroyed.
He has, I'm going to pick this fella here. He might get back up. We'll see. We'll fire the lowly shuriken pistol now. This already hits on 2s anyway, so there we go, that's hit. This is strength 4, toughness 6, this will be 5s. No, and the last one is the singing spear that she's going to throw on a 2+. She's hit. This is strength 9, the first weapon that's strong enough to hit on a 3. Wound on 3, sorry. But that's no AP, so that's your natural save there.
So that'd be a 3-up.
But if you fail, it's 3 damage.
Come on. Oh. 6, luckily.
He lives to fight another day. Until I charge you. So we're going to move on to the Wraith Lord now. Moving on to the Wraith Lord, he's going to split his fire. The Bright Lance is going to target the Doomstalker, and the Catapult is going to target the Necron Warriors there. So we start with the Bright Lance, and it hits on a 4. I don't trust those odds, so I'm going to use a fake dice before I roll the dice this time to automatically hit. There it is in the dice tray, and I'm going to take it out, and that's gone. So it's strength 12. What is the toughness of your Doomstalker?
The toughness of my Doomstalker is T8.
So this would be 3s. I'm going to roll the dice. Oh, he's made it. This is AP -3.
AP -3.
I'll leave it in there for you to roll.
And how many attacks was that, mate?
Just the 1.
Just the 1. So that would take me from a 3-up. Usually a 6-up, but I have a 4+ invulnerable save, so 4.
Oh, this isn't good because this is D6 +2 damage. So
I might spend a command point to re-roll that, as I have 1 left, which is... Oh. Can we do it, guys? On a 4-up. No!
He's going to take the damage. How much damage is it? It is...
Don't roll a 6.
Oh, 5, 6, 7 damage.
7 damage. So that's going to reduce me to 5 wounds. Wow.
We needed that. And that is, you can see where the fake dice come into play there. When you're not so sure about your Wraith Lord's accuracy there. So we can now fire his Shuriken Catapult into the Warriors. So this is 2 dice hitting on 4s. 50% there. And he's strength 4, toughness of your Necron Warrior 4. So wounding on 4s. No wounds. But we'll give him benefit of the doubt because he did some damage there. Now moving on to my Wind Riders. And they have an ability here where if they target the closest eligible target, I get to re-roll hits of 1. And as I'm targeting the Scarabs there, this is true. So we're going to start off with the Scatter Laser, which I can use this turn because I didn't advance. We've got 6 shots and we're hitting on 3s. So we've got 2 misses there. And this is strength 5, the Scatter Laser. What's the toughness of your Scarabs, Will?
T4.
So we're wounding on 3s.
Sorry, T2, beg your pardon.
Still wounding on... Oh, T2, I'm wounding on 2s, aren't I? This strength 5.
You are indeed.
2s.
They're not very tough.
No. We've got 3 wounds there, but no AP, so whatever save you've got.
So this is going to be 6-up the save. Can the little guys make it? No.
This is 1 damage
Failed
each.
all. So they have 4 wounds each, so that will reduce one model down to 1 wound.
And now we've got the 2 others have the twin Shuriken Catapults. And these are going to be hitting on 3s. So we've got 50% again there. Strength 4, toughness 2, wounding on 2s, re-rolling because these are twin linked.
Stop picking on the little guys.
No, he still failed with a re-roll. So that's one more wound. This is at -1. So I think that just goes through, doesn't it?
That will indeed.
And kills the scarab swarm.
Oh no.
And that concludes Aeldari shooting phase, and we'll move on to the charge phase. So on to Aeldari charge phase number 2, and the Guardians over here are going to charge the Destroyer in hopes to finish him off. We've measured it, and I only need 2. So we roll the dice, and we got a 7. So we'll move those in a second. Thunder in the background.
The Eldar are coming.
Reinforcements are coming. Maybe something even scarier is waking up from this tomb world. And the Wraith Lord over there is going to try and charge that Doomstalker, try and finish him off with his Ghostglaive there. It is an 8-inch charge, so we're going to use a 6 from my Fate dice pool, which means we just need to roll a 2 on the other dice. Can we do it? Will wants to see a 1 here. It's a 6.
Wow.
It's a big 12-inch charge from the Wraith Lord, and we will come back. We will actually, let's move them now. Let's move them now. We know what's happening.
Move
So
them
we
on
got-
camera.
We got.
Fancy.
I'm going to go around the other side of the table. I'm not going to fall over. The Wraith Lord has made it. Here he comes, and for simplicity's sake, I don't want him to stand in the crater, but he has enough movement to end over here. Let's make sure we don't get those dice confused. With you having 4 and I'm having 5, I've gained an extra wound somewhere. And the 7, where does the 7 get us round here? So moving on to Aeldari fight phase number 2, even though I didn't have a fight phase number 1, but it is fight phase number 2. And we're going to resolve the attacks of the Guardian Defenders against the Destroyer. They do have close combat weapons, even though you can't see them, they are there. And it's 1 attack each, so 10, because the first circle of friendship there, they are in engagement range, and then the rule is if you're in base contact with someone in engagement range, they also get to attack 2. So we got 10 attacks, and they're hitting on 3s. So we'll move the misses out. And that's a good roll. Nice, strong roll.
Very good roll.
Strength 3 against toughness 6, I believe. So it's going to be a hard one for 6s.
There's many 6s.
Oh no, 6s. We could be in trouble. In fact, we are going to be in trouble because I don't think the Farseer's got enough attacks to finish that off. And there's going to be some reanimation. This is the problem with Necrons. You think they're dead, and they're not dead. So we've got 2 Seeing Spear attacks hitting on 2s, and they both hit just about. Now these are only strength 3 because the Farseer needs to go to the gym. So wounding on 6s. I need to see 2 6s hit. Or, shall we use the Fate dice? Yes, we'll use 1 Fate dice to hit, to wound automatically, and then let's see if this Fate dice is, no, let's see if this normal dice is a 6. It's not. So 1 wound, no AP.
1 wound, no AP.
Yeah, I'll put that, here's the dice back in the box.
So that'll be a normal save of 3 up.
Oh, that's a shame, because that would have been 3 damage and him dead, but it looks like he's going to attack back when it's Will's turn, and he's going to get some of his buddies back. So we'll move on to the Wraith Lord. Now, Mr. Wraith Lord, he has 2 profiles with his Ghostglaive. He's got the Strike and the Sweep. Now the Strike is stronger, does more damage. So you can do some math hammer if you want, but I don't want to do that. I'm just going to go with the Strike. We're going to try and bring this Stalker down, and we are going to use 1 Fate dice, because you can use 1 at a time. So one of them's hit, because he's tragic at hitting things, and the other 3 will have to roll and get a 4+. And it's a good job because he missed with 2. So he's got 2 that have hit. This is strength 10. What's the toughness of your
T8?
He's toughness 8. So this would be 5s. We're gonna spend fate dice like no tomorrow now. We're gonna use this 5 here. So we only have to roll 1 to get a 5. And he's missed, so that's only 1 wound.
AP?
-3.
-3, so I have a 4+ in one.
Oh, this is D6 + 1. So this could be a very, very dead Doomstalker. And I believe I can command reroll this, can't I? If I don't like the result. Is that
Yes,
true?
you can.
Okay, let's see. All we need to see is a 4, I think. And we got a 3. So I'm going to use that. I'm going to use that last command point to a reroll. We're going to see more than 3. Let's not see a 2. There we go. And that is 1 dead Doomstalker.
Does
he explode?
Explode. Oh, please no.
He does explode.
He does.
Who does
Oh,
he
no.
kill in his explosion? Well,
So it hits everybody within 6 inches. So we will measure up. It will most likely be just
definitely
the
the
Warriors.
Wraith Lord.
Yeah, definitely the Wraith Lord. And come on back.
Okay, so we're going to roll for the damage on Deadly Demise. So the Necron Warriors got caught up in it, and so did the Wraith Lord. So I'll do my Wraith Lord first. It's D3. So he has taken, that's 2, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. He's taken 2 damage.
Come on, Warriors. 2
I've
as
taken
well.
2 damage. So it's an even share. So 2 for you, and I'm going to go and put your Doomstalker somewhere safe. He's going to go to sleep. I'm sure they can fix him in post-production.
Yeah, he is not for this world.
And now we've resolved that, I can oh no, we're not consolidating. Will, I think you're going to attack back with your destroyer over there, aren't you, into the Guardians?
I am indeed. So my destroyer has 4 attacks, and he is needing 3. So that is 2 misses, 2 hits.
And he has fortune on him, remember, so you'll be -1. Oh, no, he doesn't have fortune. I'm talking about the Wraith Lord. As you were.
Strength 6, toughness 3.
Yes, toughness 3.
So 2s. Oh dear. Still managed to squeeze a 1 in there.
So that is AP.
AP -2, please.
Ooh, I think this is bad. So that is 6 plus save on 1 dice. Nope, that is 1 Guardian dead.
Got our own back. Just 1, but we still got our own back.
So, now I can consolidate over there with all of the attacks being resolved. And you either have to go towards the nearest unit or the nearest objective. So in this case...
Yeah, I believe you have to end within range of that objective.
Yes. So the Wraith Lord wasn't in range to consolidate into the nearest unit there because it was over 3 inches away, and you have to finish your move within engagement range or the objective. So that's the end of the Aeldari turn 2, and we're going to move on to the Necron turn 2 and starting off with your command phase.
At the beginning of the command phase, we both gain 1 CP. I got up to 1 and Abe goes up to 2. Going on to the Battle Shock step, I need to resolve Battle Shock against the Destroyers, and they have a leadership of 7, so I need that or greater. Of which, oh no, Snake Eyes, they are Battle Shocked. At the end of the command phase, I also need to resolve my reanimation protocol on the Destroyers, so regaining D3 wounds. So 1 will come back on 4 wounds. Then on the Warriors, 2. So 2 of the Warriors will come back. And finally, I will score 5 VP on the primary. Moving on to turn 2, Necron's movement phase. Further to my last, we also need to resolve the reanimation protocol on the scarabs. So one will come back with 3 wounds. Turn 2, Necron movement phase. The Overlord with the warriors will advance towards the objective on our right flank. Oh no. I think I'm going to have to CP reroll that in order to try and get within range of that objective marker and take it off the Eldar. Watch this, reroll it into a 1.
Hey, 6.
A 6. So those guys will move 11 inches in total. The scarabs will make an advance move on my right flank for a 13 in total. And that is the end of turn 2 Necron movement phase. On to the turn 2 Necron shooting phase.
Okay, so Will didn't have any shooting to do because he advanced with all of his shooting units. So that means we've moved on to the fight phase, and charging units go first, obviously, and then you alternate between the players, starting with the players whose turn it isn't. So that means I get to throw my attacks first with the Guardians. So I've got 9 because 1 died, and they're hitting on 3s. That's okay. Got 4 misses, I think, there. And I'm strength 3 against toughness 6, I think, of these. So I'm wounding on 6s, and they have failed miserably. And now we're going to move on to Farseer Iraneth. She's got her 2 attacks hitting on 2s, both hit. She's only strength 3, so she's wounding on 6s now. And I've got no fate dice that have a 6 remaining, so we need to roll nicely. Yeah, we got 1. So you've got 1 save to make. No AP, Will.
So this will be a 3-up save.
You're fine. And now you get to slice me up real nice back.
Yes. So my destroyers will hit you back with their hyperphase weapons, which are 4 attacks each, so 8 in total, and hitting on 3s. So we've got 3 which were unsuccessful. These are strength 7, you're toughness 3, so we're winning you on 2s. So that is 4 saves, please, at AP -2.
So this will be still be a 6-up save now. So we've saved none of them. That is 4 dead Guardians.
So that is the end of turn 2 Necron's fight phase. And now moving on to turn 3 for the Eldar command phase.
Okay, this is the start of Aeldari turn 3, the command phase. So a couple of things I have to do here. We've got my Defenders of Fate ability on the Guardians. So because I control that objective, I can roll a dice and add it to my Fate dice pool. So another 2. That's not very useful at all. Got loads of those now. And I also have to cast my Farseer's ability, Fortune. So I roll a dice for that. That goes off on a 2. And that's going to go onto its own Guardian unit because it can't see anything else. And so now we score my primaries. So I control 2 objectives. One in my home field, which is stickied, and the one I stole off of the destroyers. So that's 10 VP there. And I also scored my secondary objective for having that objective over there that I didn't have before. So it was another good round, and we are going to move on to Aeldari movement phase 3. Okay, so Aeldari movement phase number 3, we are going to move the Wind Riders 14 inches this way into this crater. The Wraith Lord is going to move over here 8 inches. So we are going to make the Guardian Defenders fall back here because I don't think they can stand another round of combat. They will be very, very dead. Okay, so this is Aeldari shooting phase 3, and I'm going to start off with the Wind Riders into the Necron Warriors there. And because they're shooting their nearest target, and that nearest target is within range of an objective there, I get to re-roll all hits rather than just re-rolling ones, which is quite nice.
Oh.
So we're going to start with the scatter laser. 6 shots hitting on 3s. All hit, that's a nice roll.
Very
And
nice.
we are strength 5 against toughness
4.
So we're wounding on 3s. And that's all of them except for 1, which is nice. But this is no AP, so your normal save there, Will.
So that will be 4 ups. So 1 will go through.
And that's no AP. Don't know why I said no AP.
I'm not rolling it twice for you.
Yeah. Just going to keep on saying no AP until something happens. And then the 2 twin shuriken catapults hitting on 3s. Don't need to re-roll because they've all hit.
Again.
Nice.
Nice shooting.
Strength 4, toughness 4, 4s. Re-roll them because this is twin linked. We will need to re-roll this one. No. So that is 3 more wounds. This one is -1 AP. I can talk about AP now.
So that will take me from a 4 up to a 5 up. Oh no.
So it's 3 more. 3 more down.
Ooh. Oh, he's coming as well,
Making
which
a
is
dent-
handy.
Making a dent in them this time before they can get back up again.
Yes.
And now, my next trick is going to be to use a stratagem here. So I've used all 3 in this game, which is quite nice. This one's called Zephyr Swift. And after I have finished the shooting with that unit, they can move 6 inches, which is lovely. It's all part of my master plan to get on that objective. Rather than advancing and not being able to shoot. What a great little stratagem that is. So there they are. The objective has been taken off the Necrons. And now we can finish up the shooting with that Wraith Lord. You can take a CP off me, Will. Wherever that dice is.
Get down to 2.
And the Wraith Lord, its ranged weapons, the Bright Lance. This is a bit of overkill for shooting Necron Warriors, but he might miss. He's hitting on a 4. He's hit. Strength 12.
T4.
Okay, I think this is 2s. Be funny if he didn't wound. He has wounded. This is -3 AP.
-3. So that will go straight through as I have a 4 up save.
So
So
D6 +2 damage. That's definitely killed 1 Necron Warrior.
leaving some steamy boots behind.
He's
Poor,
like that puddly, you know, in Terminator 2 where they got the liquid Terminator.
Yeah.
That's what he's been turned into.
Oh.
So now we've got his shuriken catapult. This is 2 dice hitting on 4s. He's missed both of them. Never mind, buddy. And that will conclude my shooting as Guardians fell back, so they are not eligible to shoot. So on to Aeldari's charge phase. And that's pretty much an impossible to fail that charge, but roll the dice anyway. And does he need 9 inches? Probably not, but he's made it. So we'll move him in. And there we go. And let's put that dice with that Wind Rider so we don't get confused. And because that's the only charge we're going to do, let's just crash straight into the combat phase. And because I've charged, I will go first. So I'm going to use the sweep profile of the Ghost Glaive this time, which is 8 attacks. And we're going to use our last remaining good fate dice to automatically hit with 1. So that's that fate dice gone. So we need to roll for 7 more attacks. So we're hitting on 4s. And half of them have hit this time, including that fate dice, which is good. Now this is strength 7.
T4.
So not quite enough for wounding on 2s, but wounding on 3s. And we've got 2 wounds there at -2 AP.
So that'll be a 6er for me. Oh.
And 2 damage each, so that's 2 dead Necron warriors.
You're chipping through them.
And now you get your attacks back.
Yep. So the Overlord with the Necron warriors will pile in to the Wraith Lord and start our fight back.
Can you knock those 2 wounds off of him?
Hopefully, we shall see. So the Overlord will start with his blade, which is 4 attacks, and we are needing 2s, which all hit. This is strength 8, and your toughness of the Wraith Lord?
It's 11.
11, so 5s. It is devastating wounds as well. So we've got 2 that have gone through, and that is AP -3, please.
So that will take me down to a 5 up save. So how much damage is this each?
2 damage each.
Well, I need to save both of them. Are we going to see 2 5s? We are going to see 2 5s. Good job, buddy.
So he has saved it. Moving on to the warriors themselves, they will attack with their close combat weapon, which is 1 attack each. We need 4s. So 2 have missed. And 1 has hit. Strength 4.
Toughness 11.
6s.
Oh,
there is a 6.
This is where I fail my save.
Yeah.
Actually, this is a good opportunity to use one of these fate dice that's a 2, because this is the only time that they're useful for a 2 up save. There you go, he's passed it.
Finally, you spent one of the 2s you've got.
Yeah.
How many have you got left?
I've got 4.
Oh, right, so that looks like that would be the end of the fight phase for turn 3 Aeldari. So moving on to turn 3 for the Necrons. Turn 3 Necron command phase. At the beginning, I gain 1 CP along with Abe, so I go up to 2 and he goes up to 3. Onto the battle shock step, I will need to pass a test on the warriors, needing a 4 from the Overlord's leadership, which he passes. I will also do the reanimation protocol on that unit as well, so it will bring back 2. On the Scarab Swarm, it will just bring back the last remaining wound, and on the Destroyers, bring back 1 on 1 wound. On to turn 1 Necron movement phase. Turn 3 Necron movement phase. My Scarabs will make a normal move into the Aeldari deployment zone so they can start scoring my secondary. And along with that, will go in addition to my primary, which I scored 10 VP at the end of my command phase. So we fast forwarded to turn 3 of the Necron's fight phase. Due to nothing being eligible to shoot, my destroyers are going to declare a charge onto the Aeldari Guardians.
I'm going to take this opportunity to use Overwatch, and as per my enhancement, I can use Overwatch for 0 CP once per turn. And it also allows me to hit on a 5+ rather than a 6. If I was on an objective, however, it would have been a 4+, but I'm going to take this added bonus. And I'm going to start off with the Guardians Shuriken Catapults. So that's 2 shots each, and there's 5 of them for 10 shots, hitting on 5s. And you can see that's really made a difference.
Wow.
Well, it would have been good anyway, but I've added another one with the added ability there. And now I'm strength 4, it's toughness 6, so it's going to be 5s to wound these guys. So we got 2 wounds so far with -1 AP. So if you want to roll those saves, Will.
Yep, so that'll take me from a 3 up to a 4 up.
Oh, he's passed both of them, so it's looking good so far. Now we move on to the Star Cannon. It's got 2 shots, hitting on 5s. No, we've missed with both of them. I'm going to command re-roll one of those, so I'm down to 2 command points. No, he still failed. So we're going to move on to Farseer Iraneth with her Eldritch Storm. We get D6 here. So that's 5, that's a nice amount.
Very nice.
We need 5s. That was a good roll. This is strength 6, toughness 6, so we only need 4s this time. And they both wounded -2 AP.
So that'll take me from a 3 up to a 5 up. Oh
So
no.
You have failed both, and this is D3 damage each. So let's see what we get here. Powerful stuff. We've got 3 damage on one, and we've got 2 damage on the other. So either way, that's oh, if you take him with 3 and that on the 2, yeah, you can save one of your guys. If I was allocating wounds, you know which way I would have gone. So they've weathered the storm and they will make their charge. But before you do your charge, I do have 2 more weapons. I almost forgot there. So we've got your Shuriken pistol hitting on a 5+. No. And the Singing Spear hitting on a 5+. Yes. This is strength 9.
T6.
So 3s. No. Ooh, can't use that fate dice because I didn't say it before. Never mind. Now you can charge in.
Right. So let's see what we can get.
I think that's enough.
8 should be fine. What we'll do is measure up, move the models, and come back in the fight phase. Turn 3, Necron fight phase. So we move the models up in a way in which that if I am successful in destroying that Eldar Guardian unit, I can consolidate back onto the objective. So we're going to start off with the hyperphase weapons. We have 4 attacks each, so 8 in total. I am needing 3s. So dropped a few there. Strength 7, T3, so 2s.
It will be 3s because they've got fortune on them this time.
So 3s.
Yeah, it didn't matter. They weren't fortunate enough.
So that is AP -2, please, mate.
So that'll take my 3 up save to a 5 up save. Do they have a 3 up save before I start? They have a 4 up save. They've got a stupid Eldar armor, so I need a 6. So that's all 5 Guardians dead.
Not bad.
Which means that we remember, everyone, when all the Guardians are dead, so's their weapon platform, because who's firing it?
Not
Just-
Farseer. Cool, so that is the end of the fight phase for Necrons and subsequently turn 3. So we'll be letting the Farseer. Oh, so the Farseer is going to fight back. He's piled in, ready to get his revenge on the destroyers.
Yeah, we're going to hit on 2s with my 2 attacks from the Singing Spear. Wonder what song it's singing. We have missed one of them. That's unfortunate. Strength 3, toughness 6. We'll need 6s to wound. I've got no fate dice to help me, and it looks like I needed it. So no wounds there, and that's that for that combat there. But we will move on to the Wraith Lord against the Warriors.
The Wraith Lord is going to start a fight over on my right flank, as it's already an ongoing combat. What's going on, Abe?
So we are going to go with the sweep profile of the Ghost Glaive. So this is 8 attacks, hitting on 4s. go. That is 50%. It's about right for a 4+. And this is strength 7.
T4.
So we'll need 3s to wound. And we've missed 2. So 2 have gone through, that's -2 AP.
-2 AP, so that will put me on a 6 up. Of which I make 1 fail one.
And 1's dead, so
we'll take it away from which one? This one.
now will this be his final action in the game? Let's see what the Necrons have got.
Let's try and do it. So the Overlord is going to start with his blade. I have got 4 attacks which are hitting on 2s. I'll re-roll that one because it fell out. 6. So 1 miss, 3 hits. This is strength 8. You are toughness
11.
Toughness 11. So we're looking for 5s and 6s, of which we've got 2. And that will be AP -3, please.
So that will go from a 2-up save to a 5-up save.
Can you make a 5 and a 6 again?
Don't know. I can always command reroll, as I haven't done it in this phase yet. But if I fail one of them, that is. Okay, so I have failed one. So we're going to use a command reroll. So that puts me down to 1 CP. Let's get that out of the way. Can he do it, or is he dead? No, he's dead. But do you know what that means, Will? There's a chance that he will explode. So we want to see a 6 here. No, we got a 4. So the Wraith Lord, the noble Wraith Lord, he's done a lot of good work today, but his race has been run, and he is dead.
He has had a very good run. Well done to him. So that will be the end of the fight phase, and subsequently turn 3 for the Necrons. Moving on to turn 4 for the Aeldari.
So me and Will got a command point each, so he's on 3 and I'm on 2. We've got to resolve Fortune, and the only thing that Irileth can cast Fortune on is herself, and she's going to need some Fortune if she hopes to kill any of those destroyers. So on a 2+, she's just about made it, so that's going to happen. I'm not going to move anything because I've only got 2 units left, and I'm just going to have to stick to my positions here and hope that I've got enough victory points to seal this victory here. So we're going to move straight into Aeldari shooting turn 4. Okay, so Aeldari shooting phase. We've only got the Wind Riders over here. I'm going to spend a CP on Storm of Shots. So they're going to be add 1 to their hit rolls here. Oof. And in addition, if you remember their ability from before, the Swift Demise, I'm going to be able to re-roll my hits on those Necron warriors because they're within range of the objective marker and they are my closest eligible target. So let's crack this shooting off with the scatter laser. You may be wondering, Abe, you're not measuring anything, but I think they're definitely within 36 inches, so I don't need to show you that, do I? So they'll be hitting on 2s this time, very nice. And of course there's 2 1s in there. It's always the way, but I can re-roll the hits. Remember, because of the thing I just said.
You can indeed.
Yeah, all of them have hit. Good job. Strength 5, toughness 4.
They are indeed.
So 3 to wound, and we've got 5 wounds there, no AP. So let's see how many of those you can save.
So let's have a look quickly. I think I might have to slow roll this, as you've got 5 lots of wounds coming in, and I've only got 4 left. Yes, so I'll have to take the first 4 on the 4 Necrons. No AP, there'll be 4 ups.
Oh, so you're fine, look at that.
So they done very well there.
Let's see if the last one's okay.
1 4 up?
Oh. He was the one who died.
Yeah, he was indeed. So we'll remove this guy.
And now we've got 2 twin shuriken catapults. These are twin linked, so I'll be able to re-roll the wounds. There'll be lots of good things about this. So I'm hitting on 2s, and they've all hit. Very nice. They have strength 4 against toughness 4, so I'm wounding on 4s, re-rolling. Good, because that was an abysmal roll. Let's see some 4s now. That's better. So we've got 2 wounds at -1 AP.
So that take me from a 4 up to a 5 up. Oh, look at
that.
that.
Fine. So that was a good saving roll there for the Necrons. That is the end of Aeldari shooting phase. And we're going to move on to the charge phase. Okay, I forgot to mention that I have a shuriken pistol on the Farseer, which you can shoot in combat, everyone. Pistol allows you to do that. So it's going to hit on 2. That's a 6. Really, I wanted the 6 for the wound roll because strength 4 against toughness, toughness 6. So I need a 5 here to wound, and I don't have a 5 fate dice. So no. I mean, I could command re-roll it because I've got 2. Yeah, let's do that. I'm going to command re-roll it. Let's see a 5. There we go. -1 AP.
So that will be 4 up.
Ah, didn't pop him in the head with the pistol. That's a shame.
Sorry, mate.
So that is the end of the shooting phase. For real this time. There won't be any charging because I'm deciding to stay where I am. So we will go straight into the fight phase and we'll be attacking first.
Fight phase. So the destroyers are going to select the Farseer as their target of attacks.
So I'm going to use my last CP on whip fast reactions. So you will be -1 to hit until the end of the phase.
So instead of hitting on 3s, I'll be hitting on 4s. Come on, guys, let's do this. Ooh.
So it's saved 2 hits.
Yeah.
It's worth the CP so far.
What I will do is I think I will spend 1 command point to re-roll one of those as I'm starting to get quite a fair bit of CP here. So I'll re-roll 1. Come on, number 4. There we go. So this will be strength 7.
Toughness 3. So it would be 2, but with fortune it's going to be 3s.
So we're going to be needing 3s. Oh, 2. 2 made it, 2 have not.
So what is the AP?
The AP will be -2.
Okay, that's no problemo because I have an invulnerable save of 4+, so I need to make...
2 dice, 50-50, what's it going to be?
So I've saved 1, I've failed 1. What is the damage?
Damage 2.
So Ireneth is down to 2 wounds.
Oh, he's doing good.
So this means she does in fact get to attack back. I thought it was going to be all over for her there. So she hits on 2 with her 2 singing spear attacks. Of course she fails 1. And strength 3, toughness 6. So this is going to be a 6. And I don't have any fate dice.
Never know.
I don't have any command rerolls. It's
Believe.
going to be a 6. It's a 1.
Don't believe.
Yeah. So that is the end of that fight phase. And that is the end of my turn. And we are over to the Necron turn 4.
Turn 4, Necron command phase. At the beginning, we both gain 1 CP, taking me up to 3, and taking Abe up to the 1. I will need to take a battle shock test on my warriors. However, I will spend that 1 CP that I've gained on insane bravery, so that I automatically pass it. After that, I will need to resolve my reanimation protocol. So for the warriors first, it will be D3, bringing back the 2. And then for the destroyer, we'll be bringing 1 back up to 2 wounds. On to turn 4, Necron movement phase. And at the end of this phase, I will also score 10 VP, and I scored 3 VP at the end of my last turn as I am finally in my opponent's deployment zone. Turn 4, Necron movement phase. The Overlord with the warriors are going to make an advanced move towards the Aeldari objective in their home field deployment zone. For 2 on top of the 5 will give us the 7. Turn 4, Necron fight phase. The Farseer will get to fight the destroyers first. Let's see what happens.
So, 2 attacks with the singing spear, hitting on 2s.
Oh. Oh.
Oh dear. I'm gonna have to
make
do something. I should have. I don't know why I'm making fun of my fate dice that have a 2. I should have used one of those. Anyway, I'm gonna have to command reroll that because this is probably her last action of the game, knowing these destroyers. So command reroll. Let's not see another one. There we go. But she will need a 6 to wound. So nah. Let's see. Over to you and your attacks now.
So the destroyers with their hyperphase weapons, 4 attacks each, 8 in total, will need to hit on 3s.
Yep, because that stratagem was only for my turn, so you still have to -1 to wound, but your hitting score's fine. There's no change to that one.
So 3s to hit. Miss a couple. Now we would be wounding on 2s, but because of fortune, we're going to be wounding on 3s instead of 2s. So we drop 1 from that. That is 4 saves, please, at AP -2.
So that's 4 invulnerable saves of 4. How much damage are these each?
2.
So I need to save all of them.
4 4s.
Nah, we got half. That is the last action of Farseer Irineth. We have lost the Warlord. But have we lost the game? Let's find out.
It's a close one. And those destroyers will just consolidate back towards the objective on my left flank. And with that, it's the end of Necron's turn 4 and the fight phase. So going on to the final round for the Aeldari.
So on to Aeldari turn 5, and I have no abilities in my command phase. My Farseer is dead. My Guardians are dead. So the only thing to do now is to get a CP, which brings me up to 1 and Will up to 2. And I also scored just the 5 victory points for my primary mission because I only have 1 objective now. I didn't score any for my secondary. I'm gonna move into the moving phase next. So, Aeldari movement phase number 5. The Wind Riders, Spirit Riders, that's not right, it's all making stuff up now.
It's been a hard fought battle.
They're going to move over to the objective with their massive 14-inch move. I don't know why I'm being picky about it. They can move as far as they like. So this is my objective now. And we've finished that. That's my only unit, and we might as well do some shooting whilst we're here. We'll move the wound over so we don't forget about that. So let's grab some dice. I'm going to use the stratagem, the storm of something or other. Storm of shots. So as before, I'll be adding 1 to my hit rolls. So as before, I'm going to be able to reroll my hits as I'm targeting the nearest unit, and they're also in range of an objective there. So we'll start off with the scatter laser. It's got 6 shots. It'll be hitting on 2s, re-rolling. They've all hit, so I don't have to re-roll there. And strength 5, toughness 4, so I'll be wounding on 3s. No, it wasn't so good.
Oh.
So we've got 2 wounds there, no AP.
So that would be a 4-up save.
Both saved.
Nice.
Now we're going to go to the twin shuriken catapults, 2 shots each. We've got 2 of them there. They're going to be hitting on 2s. They've all hit. Strength 4, toughness 4, be wounding on 4s, but re-rolling because of twin linked. So that's a good job because only 1 went through. So that is 3 wounds at -1 AP.
That'd take me from a 4-up to a 5-up.
So we've killed 2. We'll quickly measure the charge distance there, and that looks like a 5 to me. So we need 4. We're going to do it all here because we're in the shop here. So I need 4 to make my charge. They've made it with a 7. The final stand of the Aeldari Let's bring up their melee profile here, see what we can do to these pesky Necrons before it's all too late. So we've got 3 attacks each, and we'll be hitting on 3s. That's a good roll. We are strength 3, you are toughness 4, we'll be wounding on 5s. One. Great job, guys. So there's 1 save but no AP. Well,
So that would be my 4 up.
oh, we killed one more. You've run one of them over.
So I think I'm going to spend 1 command point to reroll that, as we both have, well, you have 6 OC on that, and at the moment I have 7. So if we kill the warrior, that will take us down to 5. So I'll CP reroll it for that reason, which he survives.
He's okay, but you do get to pile in and attack back now, so you might be okay.
I might be okay. So we're just going to move the Overlord a bit closer along with the warrior. So the Overlord and the warriors are going to fight back the Wind Riders. However, we're going to spend 1 command point beforehand on Disruption Field, which will plus 1 strength to our melee weapons. Won't matter so much on the Overlord, but it will take the warriors from wounding on 4s to 3, so it might help us that little bit. But starting on the Overlord, we have 4 attacks needing 2s. So 1 miss, 3 hit. This is strength 8, toughness 4, so 2s, and these are devastating wounds.
Oh, that's not good.
We have 2 devastating wounds and 1 normal save.
So let's do the normal save. How much AP is it?
This is AP minus 2.
So this puts me on 5, which he's passed.
Saved.
And the 2 devastating wounds.
2 damage each.
So that's killed him, and that's killed another one.
Now moving on to the warriors. They have 1 attack each with their close combat weapon, so 3 in total. They'll be hitting on 4s. So we have 2 misses, 1 hit. Strength 4, toughness 4. So it would be 4s, but because of the strat, we're wounded on 3s instead. For a 2. So that is unfortunately not wounding any Wind Riders. So that will be the end of the fight phase and the end of turn 5 for the Aeldari.
That's it, that's all I can do.
Moving on to the last turn for the Necrons. So at the beginning we both gain 1 command point, which takes us up to a grand total of 1 each. So I need to take a battle shock test on the warriors because they're still below half strength. However, I will again spend that 1 command point on insane bravery so that they automatically pass that test. Moving on to the reanimation protocol for the warriors, we will resolve that and we will be getting 2 warriors come back, and with the destroyers 1 wound, which will bring the second destroyer up to 4 wounds, which is 3. Moving on to turn 5 Necron movement phase. The warriors will make a fallback move towards the objective on my right flank to try and claim it back off the Aeldari, like so. And because of the Overlord's enhancement, they will still be able to shoot even though they have fallen back. Turn 5 Necron shooting phase. So the Necron warriors, armed with their Gauss Reapers, are going to shoot into the last Wind Rider. So 10 attacks in total, needing 4s, and 6s are lethal. So there's 1 lethal. Miss. Re-roll this one because it originally cocked for a 1. strength 4, toughness 4, so 4s. So they were all hit. So that is 5 saves, please, at AP -1.
So that would, from my 3 up to a 4 up save. And I've saved 3 of them, but 2 have gone through and they only have 2 wounds. So that is him dead. Whack whack.
So with that will be the end of the shooting phase. No charges, no fights, and the end of turn 5 for the Necrons and the end of the game. We will tally up the points and come back shortly with the results. So here we are at the end of the battle. We've tallied up the points and determined who's the winner, and it is the Necrons, 49 to 43. So it was super close. What do you make of that?
Well, it all went wrong for me at the end there. It really goes to show how quickly things can change in combat patrol. It's fast and furious. I thought I had the upper hand there. I thought things were going well. I had my Wraith Lord slicing and dicing some Necrons. My Farseer and the Guardians were holding up that flank, but in an instant, Wraith Lord's dead, Guardian's dead, and it was a completely different game for me. But I still have to give MVP to the Wraith Lord.
Indeed.
He killed the Doomstalker before he could kill him. Killed a few Necron warriors, but the problem with those Necrons is you have to kill them twice most of the time. Maybe sometimes you have to kill them 3 times because they will get back up. The Aeldari, they benefit from that speed. Having those bikes on the flanks really does help to get those points in early. And I think in hindsight, all I could have done was maybe be a bit more cautious with those Guardians, keep them in the game a bit longer. But other than that, I think my game plan worked quite well. I think these are quite evenly matched armies. They've got 2 different styles, and they really come across in combat patrol. They've really got their themes across. I used all of my stratagems. I used all of my abilities. I'm quite happy that I gave them a good run out. What are your thoughts on this, Will?
You touched on it a little bit there. I think you used the Wind Riders really good. You utilised their patrol squad ability to split up into 2 different units, which I know that we would have the same amount of units then. The Scarabs don't really do much up against a unit of 3 Wind Riders. Yeah, I think it was a really good reflection of how the armies feel in the lore. Early on, you took the lead, you hit very fast, very hard, and it was towards the end of the game that the Necrons managed to just drag it back, which, like I was saying, I think it reflects them pretty well with their reanimation protocols, coming back and just winning that war of attrition, so to say. I think you had some really good stratagems. You used them really well. It was nice to see all 3 of them used. The Necrons, we did have that strat to +1 strength to our melee weapons, which was good. But apart from that, I don't think really I used them much in that game.
I mean, I can see those stratagems being useful against some other armies, perhaps. Maybe if you're playing a Horde army, you've got that strat for the extra OC. You might need extra OC if you've got like a Horde of Orcs on an objective or a Horde of Termagants. You really need to up your CP a little bit. But against the Aeldari, you're not really going to need to use that. And like we discussed a while ago off of camera, you've got your other strat for your 5+ invulnerable save. And again, you didn't really need that because I only had a few weapons that had the AP to really warrant the use of that. And those destroyers, I mean, they hit hard, they're pretty fast as far as Necrons go, and they're super tough at toughness 6. Yeah. There's lots of armies going to really struggle against them, especially if they keep on getting back up.
Yeah, like you said, I think I probably more so used more of the core rulebook stratagems. Command reroll quite a few times, insane bravery just to make sure I pass those battle shock tests. But yeah, great game. Thank you so much for coming down to the studio today and having a game. If you did like the video, please hit that like button. If you think anybody else would like it, please share it with them. And if you think that we can improve on this in any way, please leave a comment below with some constructive feedback. If you've gotten this far, thank you very much for watching the video and look forward to seeing you next time. Again, thank you so much, Abe, for coming down. If you haven't checked out Abe's channel, I'll leave a link in the description down below to Ham of War. Please go to his channel and show him some love and support.
I mostly focus on painting tutorials. I've got a bit of a few videos on army planning, but it's mostly the hobby stuff. Thanks for having me, Will. It's been an absolute pleasure. Combat Patrol is probably one of my favourite versions of the game. As we all know, we don't always have time for full game of 40k, so Combat Patrol is absolutely perfect.
Thank you so much again and have a lovely day. Look forward to seeing you next time. Bye bye.